parents and or the grandparents thought. So can we start this topic with one by one?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Khushi, please start.
So, India is struggling with many problems, and it can be developed when these problems are solved. There are few dreams that don't let India to sleep, such as education for all, health nation, healthy nation, employment for all, and the main caste revolution. Because caste revolution, every person used to vote and select their caste people, and even if they don't have any talent. And there are many social issues, economic issues, sports and health, and art and culture, and culture issues. So in economy, agriculture also is a main issue, and it may cause very difficulties in future. So like we should just solve them and make India more developed country.
So what I understand about your talk, the India is going to be a developed country. First of all, you
Yes.
have to understand the demand of this topic. What is the present scenario and what we thought earlier to achieve the task. For example, we at the time of independence, the our education system, how many schools were there at that time, now the how many people are educated, and the what is the present situation of the employment, and what is the present situation of the values which we thought in earlier. So can we achieved right now or not? So we take only one aspect of our topic and more focused on that, and elaborate this topic and elaborate the things which is related to the education. If you thinking about the education sector, someone is talk about the military sector, then what is the present scenario? Because nowadays we are getting the internationally recognition. Now Ukraine and Russia ask us for the stop this war, but earlier we don't get such kind of opportunities. Next one,
Yes.
Dipanshu.
Sir, before he start, can I speak? Bhavya?
Yes, Bhavya. Actually, Dipanshu is the technical assistant. He only records the lessons.
Okay, sir. Yeah, Bhavya, please start.
Namaskar, sir, and my dear friends. I am Bhavya. Today, I want to speak on this topic. There are many dreams that do not allow India to sleep. Like, our India want to become terrorist free. Second, we India, when India was got independence, they thought that everyone will be getting free free medical facilities, but in the now time there are not uh, there are not many hospitals who are giving free medical services. Everyone thought that we will get free education, but but in this time we can't even think about that, because there are a very less number of that. So I think that India have to achieve that dreams that he thought before the independence.
Good, you really highlight few important points, but one mistake which you made,
Thank you,
the
sir.
terror, the India is thinking for the terror free, not the word which you spoke is not correct in, I think, in this sentence. And sir will correct you if I am wrong. Divesh sir?
Actually, there are two ways in which this term dreams in the topic can be interpreted. as nightmares or bad experiences which do not allow us to sleep sometimes. They are nightmares. So in that sense, terrorism could be counted. But I think Sanjay ji meant the higher goals that do not let us sleep carelessly. That is the, I think, meaning of the topic. Although both can be derived, but you must point out in what sense you are taking the topic. So when we say terrorism does not allow us sleep, it is the negative dreams, it is the bad dreams that you are understanding. But when we say our higher goals, like we have to become a $5 trillion economy soon to remove poverty from the country, that is a higher goal which will not let the patriots sleep.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, Gagan,
Yes, sir. Sir, shall I start?
please.
Good evening, everyone. And today I'm here to share my views on the dreams that not allow India to sleep. As
Gagan, you should be
dream,
slightly raise your volume. You all
sure,
should
sir.
try to keep this in mind. Your volume shall be good, otherwise people get a very bad, bad impression.
Okay, sir. So can I start?
Please go ahead.
Okay, sir. So dreams are not those things which comes while we are asleep. Dreams are those things which allows us not to sleep. As we all know, to fulfill everyone, every person wants to that every person wants that his or her dream must be fulfilled. But to fulfill his or her dream, every person has to do lots of hard work, because without hard work our dream cannot be successed. And there are many examples that which not allow India to sleep, that in India, as we can see, the persons who are below poverty line, their dreams are that they get at least 2 times proper meals, and they get housing facilities, etc. And as we see, the cases of murder, rape is increasing, and they are so much cases in our country. And the girls who are going for their job schools, they are some their dreams is like they have proper safety and security to go to other places. And the students and the persons who are at our age, their dream is that they get success, and but to get success, they all knows that they have to work very hardly and smartly both. So every person has their own dream, but to fulfill their dream, every person to think in the right direction and work in a correct manner, so that they can easily go to their success, not to jump on their success. Thank you.
Yeah, good, Gagan, but you use the term housing where you can use the accommodation. The
Okay, sir.
every citizen of India, or they must provide some accommodation, and the basically what is the understanding about the topic is missing. First part, don't you quote Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's popular quote, but you missed to mention his name. Once we get the quotation
Okay, sir.
from anywhere, we quote the name of the person. First thing, the dreams, we can replace India to Gagan. The dreams which cannot allow Gagan to sleep. He has some dreams. What he think about his career, what he think about the society, Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Devesh sir,
Yes, you made a good point.
any suggestion? Please interrupt in between. If any suggestion or any correction, please.
I'll speak in the end, and but please, the only one thing I'll mention right now. Please correct their English also if they are making any error. Our main focus is on improving their spoken English.
Okay. Now the next Gaurav,
Sir, can I start?
please.
Uh, Good evening, sir. Sir, my view on today's topic is, sir, uh, India is struggling with many problems, and it can be only developed by tackling the problems with strategies and proper planning. And to and a dream becomes reality by determination and hard work. So there is a famous quote of a former president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, that dream is not what you see in sleep, is the thing which does not let you sleep. And so further, I elaborate this topic that earlier, before independence, one of the biggest dreams of every Indian citizen is that to get independence. But as on 15th August 1947, India's dream became true when she got independence from the British Empire. Now, furthermore, I want to add some few points like uh, dream of like dream of India is that being economically nation means that there is no poor people, equal opportunities, affordable health care, food to all. And next is that's women safety, and this is one of the main issue that since we had that women's are not saved in India. So as the time passes, the women's safety is matlab, women's are getting safer day by day. And next is to become an educated and healthy nation, that to get proper education to our children youngster, that they are the future of our nation and for country, that they represent our nation in international countries, in foreign boundaries, so that our country grow as faster as can. Next, sir, is to become scientifically and technological developed. It's also very necessary that if our nation India will develop technologically, then it has more machines, more instrument, more job opportunities for the students, so that they can enhance their education, as well as through machines they can do more work within less period of time, which can help us to. And sir, the one of the main point is that job for all, equal opportunities, equal employment, that we see that India is a very populated country, but there's not equal opportunities for all. There is less numbers of job. Yeah, people are moving here and there without any job. They are get frustrated, and they do not have money to earn. And so this is a main problem. And next one is corruption free nation. This is one of the also dream of India, that if India is corrupt free, then uh, all of have equal opportunities, economy balances everything. India will move as a balanced country and the all people with skill and knowledge, and skill and knowledge have job opportunities. And also, if there is no corruption, then there is no discrimination on the basis of caste, religion, so that all people get to live unitely and happily. At the end, sir, I want to say that India is a land of hopes and aspiration, that from foreign many peoples come to India to study, to get education, to enhance himself or herself so that they can get a good job opportunities and better life in future. Thank you.
Okay, Gaurav, you spoke well, and your all mistakes will be highlighted by Devesh sir. Now I ask Lovely.
Sanjay, we will highlight the improvements and errors simultaneously after each speaker. So I'll just point out that Gaurav, you said our dreams will become reality by hard work. A better sentence would be our dreams shall become reality through hard work instead of by hard work, through hard work. And instead of dreams will, we shall say dreams shall become. Okay, will और shall में क्या फर्क होता है ये समझना बहुत जरूरी है. When we say I will do something, it means that I am sure, I have decided that I will do something. I shall has the connotation that I ought to do. Okay, with I is first person.
So can I tell the difference between will and shall?
1 second. With first person, this difference between what is to be done and what ought to be done is not necessary. But whenever we say they will do it, we mean they are going to do it. This is third person, they. Huh? And when we say they shall do it, we mean that they ought to do it. Okay. Yes, Khushi, you wanted to add something?
So, we use shall if we are not sure about, like, I shall be in London tomorrow. It's little tricky. Matlab, it's like it shall that it's not sure that I will be or not. But if we use will, you will see a large building. So it's like it's sure about that you will see. So there's little difference between shall and will.
Yes, well put. That's what I said. When we have the connotation, you ought to do it, but you may or may not, then we use shall. But if you are sure that this will be happening, then we use will. Okay. Next,
Yes, sir.
now I would also like to mention, similarly, you said, Gaurav, I elaborate this topic. I shall elaborate this topic. This is joint verb. Shall and elaborate, both are verbs. Shall is helping verb. It precedes the main verb, elaborate. Okay. Most of these it also indicates the tense of the verb. Shall is future tense. To indicate that we will not just say I elaborate this topic, but I shall elaborate this topic. We can go to the next speaker now.
Lovely, may you please
Yes.
start?
Yes. The dreams that don't allow India to sleep. Every person in the world have their own dreams and goals. The dream of a person dreams alone is just a dream, but a dream, if all Indians dream together, is a reality. India has struggled with many problems. All these problems track with strategy and hard work. Dreams don't come true through magic. It takes sweat, hard work, confidence, and determination. A dream which every Indian saw, the dream of independence, the dream of freedom, which the citizens saw, became true on 15 August 1947. 200 years struggles ended with flying colors, which was possible just because of our freedom fighters and their hard work and determination. I think that education sector is something very important, the thing, because is very important because India, which not allow India to sleep, because in Today's generation will take the world economically forward. And last, I would like to say that being self-independent and self-confident is the first step towards success.
I'll just point out one improvement. You spoke very well, but in the last I would say, instead of that, we could better say in the end, I would like to mention. Next.
Okay, sir. I'll take care from next time.
Pragati, please start. Start to speak, Pragati.
Yes, sir. Good evening, everyone. Today I'm going to speak about dreams that should not let India sleep or dreams that will not allow India to let sleep. Dreams are those which come while dreams are not those which come while you sleep, but dreams are those which don't let you sleep, as opinion by former President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So, a dream symbolizes one's aspirations which one draws from their past or by getting inspired. Today's India also dream has been dreaming prior. Some of its dream had been realized and some continue to capture its imagination for better and brighter future. Politically, India realized its biggest dream of independence and state that is free from the clutches of British colonization. This inspired India to achieve its contemporary political goals, which stand on achieving true democratic outlook. And socially, India dreams to preserve its rich diversity, which has been existing from prehistoric times. India has been land of ethnic and religious diversities. If its diversity has held this great nation in bonds of unity and togetherness, most importantly, India dreams to empower women in order to achieve the true virtues of equality and social cohesiveness. Economically, India dreams to achieve its historic tag, Golden Bird, which accounted for more than 20% of world trade. To realize these dreams, India should promote a growth that is exclusive and job oriented, promoting agricultural sector and achieving macroeconomic stability. In these vintage dreams that India should achieve, however, it must be considered that these dreams are not free from challenges which needs to tackle with open eyes. Thank you.
Yeah, well said, Pragati.
Excellent, lovely. I just like to suggest that your voice is slightly dim. Uh, please
Sir,
try
I'm
to
Pragati. Sir, I'm
Pragati. Okay,
Pragati
yeah,
of Delhi.
Pragati. Pragati, you are also Pragati Vats.
No, sir, not. I'm not Vats.
Acha.
I'm Pinwal.
Sorry, Pragati.
Sir, I'm not from Vats family.
Where are you from?
Sir, I'm from Delhi, Burali, Sant Nagar.
Okay, very good. So you are all neighbors, na? Lovely, Khushi, Gaurav, Gagan. You are all neighbors.
So,
Sir, we are brother and sisters.
Cousins.
sir, we are family members.
You are all in the same neighborhood.
No, sir. Gagan and Gaurav, they are staying nearby you, sir, at Model Town.
Okay,
And we are staying at our village, sir.
but they are all cousins.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good, good. I'll request, please ask your especially poorer friends. It's very good that you are taking such interest. But if you have some friends who want to improve their English, please ask them also to join. Now we can go to the next speaker.
Sir, all of them already spoke.
Okay. Sanjay, you would like to conclude first, then I'll just mention a few points.
Yeah, actually, the main points which actually not ask, or the dreams which cannot allow India to sleep, because we thought that we independent in every sector. For example, we import most of the things which means some foreign our crude oil import, we import many more things we are not produce in India. So we have to save our money, which we have to through this we buy the means the all productions and all the productive things. So we have to produce all these things in India only. So one of the aspect which we could not highlight it here. Second, not only in our energy sector, in our army sector also, we recently buy some Viman and other helicopters also. And to buy these kind of military animations, we spend a huge amount on that. If we produce all these things in India, so we can save many more things. Rest of the things, please highlight, and please you can highlight, sir, all these things.
Yeah, sure. Sanjay, first of all, I would like to compliment you. You chose an excellent topic for today's session. This is basically elocution contest or short speech making, in which we give the topic in advance. And all of you, I would like to suggest, please raise your volume slightly. You are all coming across slightly hesitant and not very clearly audible. So all of you learn to raise your voice. जैसे गाना गाते हैं ना हम लोग, तो जो थोड़ा सुर उठा सकते हैं उनका गीत अलग ही सुंदर लगता है. तो ये थोड़ा सा प्रैक्टिस करो. ये भी स्पीच और स्पोकन इंग्लिश का पार्ट है. आप थोड़े से हेजिटेंट और सबड्यूड इज द वर्ड, मतलब दबी हुई आवाज, सबड्यूड वॉइस थोड़ी सी लगती है. तो मेरी आवाज भी ऐसी लग रही है. आई होप इट इज नॉट बिकॉज ऑफ द कनेक्शन प्रॉब्लम. मेरी आवाज दबी हुई लगती है?
नो सर, योर वॉइस इज वेरी मच क्लियर.
तो इसी तरह से आप लोग भी सब इसको प्रैक्टिस करो. हम लोग को एक्चुअली स्कूल में अनफॉर्चुनेटली कई बार टोका वगैरह बहुत जाता है, तो हम थोड़ा, स्पेशली गर्ल्स को ये प्रॉब्लम हो जाती है. मैंने भी काफी टाइम पढ़ाया तो मैंने देखा कि स्पेशली मुस्लिम गर्ल्स हमारे कॉलेज में काफी थी, तो उन लोग को बहुत टोका जाता है हर चीज के लिए. तो वो ना खुल के नहीं बोलते. और वो आपको प्रॉब्लम दूर करनी है बिफोर यू लीव स्कूल और कॉलेज. You should learn to speak boldly and very clearly. And जब आप स्पीच दे रहे हो, खासतौर पे उस समय, उससे ना आपको you will also find much better responses in your life. जब हम subdued voice में बोलते हैं तो हम बहुत गलत सिग्नल देते हैं दूसरों को. You shouldn't be loud, you shouldn't be arrogant, you shouldn't look aggressive. Okay, ये बैलेंस करना है. एक राइट पिच हमें कैच करनी है. तो सबड्यूड भी नहीं होना चाहिए और एग्रेसिव भी नहीं लगना चाहिए. बहुत पोलाइट लगना चाहिए, लेकिन हमारा जो वॉल्यूम है वो करेक्ट लेवल पे होना चाहिए, अकॉर्डिंग टू द डिस्टेंस दैट इज देयर बिटवीन योर ऑडियंस एंड यू. ओके, थोड़ा सा आप लोगों का सबड्यूड साइड पे है ज्यादातर. नाउ अबाउट द, सॉरी Sanjay, you are saying something.
Try to improve. I will try to improve this thing. I noted, sir.
हाँ, और खासतौर पे आप लोग अगर कोई लोग गाना वगैरह गाते हो तो वो भी आपका पिच बहुत इम्प्रूव करेगा. हाँ, कभी कभी अकेले में जोर से गाया करो, या मिल के भी गा सकते हो. तुम लोग तो आसपास रहते हो. इट्स अ लॉट ऑफ फन. नाउ about the topic, I would just like to mention that the best part about India's dreams is that we do not want to dominate any other country. We do not want to become a very aggressive power in the world, like Russia is behaving today or China behaves sometimes. We are a big country like them, but still we do not try to bully anybody. Our dreams are of spreading harmony, tolerance, and spreading culture. So this is what is very noble about India's dreams, and I'm proud of it. Secondly, I would like to add that yes, India today has some shortcomings, and it is my and it should be all everyone Indian's dream to remove these shortcomings. But what are the biggest shortcomings? I am most ashamed that there is, first of all, criminalization in our politics and lack of justice. And even among ordinary Indians, a lot of corruption has come in. So, like unlike Japanese, who are generally very honest as well as polite, but when they fight as a country, they are very, very tough fighters. So, okay. So I think most of us have again joined. So I was just saying that what are the biggest shortcomings that pinch and which I would like to remove, see removed from my country's plight, you understand, condition today in my dreams. Apart from more honesty, which I want to see in my our public life, our family life is very good. Unlike India, in Europe and in West, family bonds are breaking. India is very lucky. Otherwise, I think many Indians would have gone mad. There is so much misery, so much poverty, but it is our family bonds which give us solace and which give us strength. This we should definitely uh, strengthen and retain further. We shall not allow our family institution to go down. Unfortunately, it is also getting weakened because of westernization of the negative kind. There are many good things to learn from the West, like work culture, like freedom of the individual, but also there are some negative aspects, and their biggest negativity is that family is breaking down in the West. So, in my dream, definitely India is a proud country. But on the negative side, one, I mentioned honesty, and second, health. When we compare Indians to even Pakistanis or Pathans, or we look so such midgets. Midgets, you understand, slightly dwarfish, uh, because uh, our health conditions are not good. It is not just because of limited hospitals and uh, lack of good doctors, etc. Mainly it is because our water, air, and especially our food chain is badly contaminated. Contaminated, does someone understand what is the meaning of contaminated?
No idea, sir.
Contaminated means polluted uh, with chemicals, etc. Okay. Pollution has a broader meaning, but when we say the food chain is polluted, we use the better word contaminated. Harmful substances जब किसी अच्छी चीज में ऐड हो जाते हैं उसको बोलते हैं contaminated. Okay, our food chain is badly contaminated. Even our farmers are using excessive pesticides, etc. So I would definitely like Indians to have better health, live longer, and especially live healthy and longer. These are some of my dreams that I thought I will add, but you have all mentioned very good ideas about. Another bit subtle point that I would like to add is that uh, we shall not talk in just in terms of idealistic solutions. See, intelligent solutions and smart solutions are those which are not difficult to implement, but which have been highlighted or brought up through intelligent thinking. Like for example, when I say there are some simple solutions to happiness. Happiness के लिए हमें बहुत सारी मुश्किल चीजें भी करनी पड़ती हैं, पर एक चीज बहुत आसान है जो हम सब कर सकते हैं. Don't pay too much attention to what others say about you. दुनिया में थोड़े से लोग हमें प्यार करने वाले हो, बस हमारी फैमिली हो. बाकी लोग क्या कहते हैं क्या नहीं कहते बिल्कुल सोचना बंद कर दो. इससे हम काफी हैप्पी हो जाएंगे. So this is an intelligent solution to happiness. It is not an idealistic thing. Idealist जो होते हैं वो ये जो idealism में ही बात करते हैं, वो कहेंगे योगा करो, तपस्या करो, मेडिटेशन करो, वो सब भी ठीक है, लेकिन जो बहुत सिंपल सॉल्यूशंस है हैप्पी रहने के लिए, उनकी भी तो बात करनी चाहिए ना. उनको हम कई बार भूल जाते हैं. So similarly about dreams for India, we have some simple things which can be done, which are not very difficult. I'll give you one example. I was talking about health and the fact that criminals have such a free run in our country. Suppose we add military training and NCC as a compulsory subject in high school and colleges. It will be such a solution to our weakness that many of us are very timid, especially those who get into studies and who are all the time studying. They end up being even more timid. In any case, it is our cultural weakness that we are not bold like Pathans or like Germans. We should not generalize too much, but most Indians on average are less bold. And in martial arts, a big portion of India, Sikhism is that way very good. Sikhism teaches you to be bold. These good qualities we should pick up. Since our culture is not giving it to us in adequate quantity, our education can do it. Suppose we are all taught like Israel does. Everyone has to go through military training unless you have some medical reason. So that, like, today Ukrainians are fighting very hard against this bully Putin because they are culturally equipped for that. I don't think we will be able to easily fight. It's good to be non-violent, but if there is a need, we shall have the capacity to fight. Fighting fit होना चाहिए हमें, और थोड़ा सा आना चाहिए judo karate. And I think our education is harming us by not giving us this. In fact, it is diverting us towards too much sedentary bookish knowledge. To correct that, NCC marks should be added in even in your IAS exam. Then we will have a much better fighting fit citizenship, citizenry. Citizen का citizen is common noun, उसका हम collective noun जब बनाएंगे, citizenry. Now I would like to ask you, what do you think about my view? Pragati, what do you think?
Yes, sir.
Do you agree or try to disagree? Give something.
No, sir, I agree with everything you said.
नहीं आपको disagree करना चाहिए कहीं पे, so that we have some intelligent discussion. Khushi, you try.
So, sorry, so what?
Try to counter my argument.
Um,
And I mean,
I guess,
first of all, can you summarize what did I say?
yes, sir. So you said that we should live in the peace. Every citizen of our country has to learn some improvement or some physical things like karate, judo for their self safety. For example, Israel had done, but it's not. He's not showing that in the wars because he want to live in peace. Otherwise he can also he can also just uh, send their people to fight, but they only want peace and just kindness between countries.
Good. Like you would like to counter my argument?
No, sir. This that what have you said is totally correct. That every citizen of a country or all the world should we live in peace. There is nothing to fight, and the person who is fighting like soldier, and if he died, the family, which family he belonged, like it's maybe like little difficult to handle that their family member has expired. So we should live in the peace. So it's totally correct.
Anyone else wants to counter my argument? Kushi left out one major point in what I said. I have also given a solution to how it can be done. What did I tell about the solution? The point we are making is that we are very harmonious, tolerant people, it's good, but we shall also be fighting fit so that criminals and invaders, etc., cannot easily subdue us. But how it can be done, I have given one solution. What is that? Gaurav?
Yes, sir.
I have offered one solution by which we can easily curtail our cultural weakness of being very or being not very bold, not very healthy and physically fit. Like me, I have had health problems from my childhood. But too much studying in this kind of education system has worsened that. So I have offered a solution. What is the solution? How can we become more fighting fit? Gaurav?
Yeah, yes, sir. Sir, as you tell
As
the
you
people
told,
have
yes.
sorry, sir. As you told that some people have physical problems for since their childhood. So, sir, uh, that doesn't matter. The matter is thus that how that the how he or she will use that,
No,
face
no,
that problem.
Gaurav, you did not get the point. What I'm saying is that our education system actually worsens these problems because of too much emphasis on textual learning, exams, written exams, study, too much uh, emphasis on just reproducing knowledge on the answer sheet. And I offered a solution. What is the solution? Lovely. Do you
Sir,
remember what is the solution I offered? Okay, I'll repeat. See, there is a very
Sir,
easy
could I,
solution.
could I, could
Sanjay,
I,
yes, yes, please tell.
as you said, sir, we have to mandatory the NCC or the military training in our schools, and
Yes.
those are eligible to get the training. They must be, but maybe the negative impact for doing the mandatory things, and which happened in Germany, like the Nazis and fascism and Nazism. So we have to take care whether while doing this we are not moving towards the Nazis or the fascism ideology. We have to make our balance also.
Oh, definitely. But Nazis became dangerous because they taught ultra nationalism. Nationalism is love of your country, and ultra nationalism, it is also called jingoism, xenophobia. All these are synonyms of the term ultra nationalism. They imply hating some other country, hating your neighbors. We shall never hate anybody, we shall only love our own country. That is the solution of avoiding Nazism. But we should be fighting fit. There is nothing wrong about that. It's good for personal health also, and it is also good for our capacity as collective community. एक सबसे शर्मसार करने वाली बात होती है कि ये पूरी भीड़ घेरा बांध के देखती रहती है और एक गुंडा बदमाशी करता है और हमें हाथ चलाने भी नहीं आता, उसको खाली डिसिप्लिन करने के लिए भी। मैं भी ऐसे ही हूँ। अब ये नहीं होना चाहिए। If we are all fighting fit, we can control these ugly incidents and culprits much more easily. We shall not have to depend upon police everywhere. It can't reach every crime scene immediately. But if the citizens themselves are bold and fighting fit, it will be good. But it will not happen unless not only NCC is made compulsory, except for those who are not medically fit, but the marks on NCC are added not only in your degree, but also in your selection as IAS or judge or on these top exams, even in your IIT. There's 10% mark should be for such skills. Now our Prime Minister is emphasizing skills, but we are very slowly changing the system. Why should only textual knowledge and calculus, etc. in IIT be marked? At least 10% marks should be for character, for personal fitness, for your NCC record, etc. also. Then all parents will start inspiring their children to give attention to these other things also. Otherwise, they will not change. Just because they want to become IITians or IAS or judges or whatever, people keep on giving too much attention to just textual knowledge. But if marks are added for skills in all selections, like I was there in the selection of teachers, and I was giving marks also for their most important quality in a teacher should be their high character. So I asked every teacher, what is the most noble thing that you have done in your life? I gave marks on that. There were other members in the selection panel. They tested their English or they tested their knowledge of the subject, etc. But I emphasized this point also, and this was appreciated. The most important quality for a teacher, for an IAS, for a judge, is how strong are you in your character. This is not given any marks. Why should it not be prioritized? We just ask textual questions even in the IAS interview. You come from Murshidabad. Okay, what is the gross domestic product of the district? Okay, these things should also be tested, general knowledge, etc. But some marks should be kept aside for your character, for your fitness. IPS officers are selected who can't even run for a mile. Isn't this bad? If these top positions are filled on the basis of 10%, just 10% marks or 20% marks assigned to skills and fitness, etc., then I think the whole country will change very quickly. Because parents invest a lot in their children's education. But why should it be just textual knowledge? Now I'll again ask, do you still Agree with me
Sorry,
or
sir.
it's
Sir, can you please repeat 2 minute lecture again because there was a network issue, so I was not able
okay?
to hear
I'll
you.
request someone else to repeat my point. So that will be a revision also, and Khushi will also get what she has missed out. Lovely, आप help कर दीजिए. What is the last point I mentioned? Sanjay, you would like to?
Yeah, sir. You mentioned while the recruitment process, we have to check other things also, and we have to give some extra marks like their physical strength, their moral character, their character, and their fitness also, their other training skills if he has. So we have to evaluate their other skills also and give the marks in the our selection process. If a person who is not be able to run and he is selected for an IPS officer, so he will not be perform well. But if he is having some NCC certificate and he is physically fit and he appointed as a IPS officer, so he will perform well in the future. And
What
he
do you
will
think
be
it
able
will
to.
really change our country, our society in such a big way? This
Yes,
simple
sir.
reform, there is no expenditure required. Uh, it will bring a balance in personality development because Indians are good students. We are not like Africans. But the education system itself has some shortcomings. If these shortcomings are removed, then much better personality will shine out. Khushi, did you get the point now?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So Khushi, when you become education minister, implement my suggestion. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So we come to a conclusion now. And tomorrow, Mayank sir will teach you at 7 p.m. Okay. Please remember, you will get the link. But please remember, tomorrow's class is at 7 p.m. Thank you,
Okay, sir.
Sanjay. Thank you. Thanks a lot. We had a very good discussion and thank you for suggesting the topic. Good
Thank you,
night.
sir. Good night, sir.
Good night.
Namaste, sir.